Time for sound design. Today I'm going to explore the sounds that you can find on these test records and see if I can create some synths in Ableton by sampling sounds from here and putting them into Simpler. So a little bit more about these records. I have two different ones. The CBS 7 Steps to Better Listening, and also from CBS Laboratories, the technical series, Professional Test Record. So these are, in a sense, regular vinyl records. You can just play them on any turntable. But the purpose of these records is to be able to test your turntable setup and hi-fi setup. So these are both from the 60s, so they're quite old. And basically what it has on them are different kinds of sounds, square waves, sine waves, I think, and some instructions as well of what you're hearing, so you can know if your left and right channel are configured properly. I picked these up recently from at a record fair for a few bucks, a few euros, and they're in very good condition because I guess people haven't used them that much because it's not something you listen to. And if you look at the record, it's an interesting way the grooves are laid out. Maybe I can show that. So yeah, let's go to Ableton. I recorded a few sounds and let's see what I can make from it. So from the first record, I recorded this tone. It's actually even higher in real life, but I played it at -50 on my turntable. And then from the second record, I got this. So it's a tone that goes down in pitch, as you can see here on my tuner. So these are the two starting points. So let's go into Simpler and see what I can make from it. So the first sample, let's tune it. So it actually, if you play C on the keyboard, you actually hear a C. And adjust the start and end points, maybe something like this. Change the filter a bit, and I think I'm gonna add a bit of filter envelope. So here go to envelope and then put the amount all the way up. I'm just gonna boost this sound a bit. Change the release as well. So I think this can work very nice for as a pad sound. There's a bit of wobble in it in the sample, so that's nice. Let's add some effects. I'm thinking a chorus to create a bit more stereo spread. And of course a reverb. Let's put in some notes into the MIDI clip and see if I can come up with a nice pattern. it's a very subtle sound, but this is a nice pad from the background. So basically what I did is I changed the attack and decay, the attack and the release time. I tuned it, I used a filter envelope. So without the filter envelope, yeah, this is the first sound. It's basically a pad sound. You can play chords with it. So let's go to sound number 2 and try to make something that is complementing this pad sound. So maybe something more snappy and shorter that you can play on over these kind of pad sounds. So you can use both sounds at the same time. So the second sample was this one. So it goes slowly down. It is already pretty low, so let's put it into simpler and see. That's on the turntable. So it's low, but it has this very high peak there. It's kind of interesting. Let's put the sustain all the way down. It's almost like a bell. Okay, let's put a sustain up to tune it. So now it's kind of a C, and then it goes down. So that's why I'm going to use this as a short sound, because the pitch actually goes down. But if you only use the beginning of the sound, that's a... Since this sound is so short, I'm gonna put a delay on it. Maybe even 2 delays actually. So the first delay is gonna be also short. And the second delay, yeah, something like this, yeah. Then filter the output more. So now playing over the pad sounds. Alright, so now I'm gonna save these 2 simpler devices plus all the effects as instruments, so I can use them later and I can add them to my library of instruments. So the first one, the pad sound, I'm gonna save it as test vinyl 1 pad, and the second one I'm also gonna group into an instrument rack. Call it test vinyl 2 Snappy. And I always, when I make these kind of sampled instruments, I add them to my library. And if you want to get some of the instruments that I have created in these videos, you can go to Gumroad and download my sample library for free. It's 50 sampled instruments. The link is in the description. All right, so that was it for this sound design video. I used these two vinyl records. They're professional test records, full of noises, square waves, and kind of synthesized sounds. They're from the 60s, so made with analog equipment. So I sampled two sounds from here into Ableton, put them into Simpler, and created basically a synthesizer from it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and see you in the next one.
This test is designed for precise balance adjustment of the center channel signal in stereophonic players or for frequency response adjustment of monophonic players.